Yo, 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 it's Miss Gray here. And so, about the awakening of the divine feminine energy, what does that spiritual awakening look like? Because we have different types of different levels of awakenings. So, I think there is a specific awakening for the divine feminine energy, your priestess energy. And kind of my experience with it and how it came about with a blessing in disguise. These are like general messages because I've tried to record this video a couple of times, but it's so long. It's like almost, because I feel like there needs to be so much backstory to this that so that it would give this story some depth. So I haven't been like sure where to exactly start talking about, you know, talking about this, but I guess I have to like make this in a nutshell. Maybe I will make like few parts of this story, but I want to start this by saying that lately, I've personally been really struggling with my body image, and not just body image, but just the way I look in general. And I there's just several reasons for that. I've just been under a lot of stress. I guess we all have, but just for me in my personal life, there's just a lot of events that took place that already kind of ate my self-confidence. And then I've had a lot of stress because of that and sleepless nights, which I feel have like had some effect on my body and just the way I look in general. I've been having an experience, I will phrase it like that, with alopecia and telogen effluvium, which really has been kind of eating my self-confidence away and overall with my body. So long story short, by being upset about my appearance, by being super nitpicky and analytical about the way I look, and just all of a sudden basing like a lot of value on my outer appearance, which I know happened because of these events that triggered this stress, I lost my self value as a person. And I kind of felt like all I had left was perhaps that I've been considered to be somewhat beautiful, or I considered myself to be beautiful. And now that I don't feel beautiful outwardly or internally, I started to feel, where does my self-value come from? And then I realized, oh, actually, perhaps all along my self-value in some way, and I think as women, especially if you are a woman who, and this is, there's no like kind of non-cringy way to speak about this, but So if you are a woman, well, just a woman in general, and let's just say that, and you know, we tend to, whether it's subconscious or kind of something that you know about yourself, we do put some value on the way we look, or if you're someone, just the thing is, we always put value on something, either it's something that we do or how we look, how we present ourselves. Let's say you are like a super brainiac or like super good at business or just very successful, and people admire you about that, or you're very good at something. Let's say you're like a competitive athlete, like you're like a gymnastic, how do you say it, gymnast, that's not the word. I'm Finnish, you guys, so bear with me. How do you, gymnast, is that how you say it? But if you are into gymnastics, or if you are a ballet dancer, you're an ice hockey player, you are a football player, you know, you name it, whatever you run track, basketball, dancer, we tend to put our value in those type of things, accomplishment, or looks, which both in this 3D world of ours that we do live in, they are very valid. I feel this lighting is very like spooky story time. I think it's kind of cool, like very interesting, like very mystical, or in my head it is. So so there's something that I kind of realized as I went through this thinking of, where does my self value come from? How can I value myself in a way that it cannot be taken away? Let's say you're an athlete and something happens to you physically and you can't be an athlete anymore, or you are like that successful business person and something happens to your business, or there's just some reason why you have to take care of other priorities and leave your business, or if you, let's say, are a very beautiful woman or a man or they them, and you experience a change in your appearance or in your health, which can affect your appearance, where do you base your self-value? And I almost like started to feel that self-love is, I don't want to say it's an illusion, but I guess the best way I can frame it is that I think there's different levels of love. So I think the best way to describe true love, the highest form of love to me, is acceptance. I think acceptance is something that's more sustainable than what we think when we think of the word love. Because love is almost like adrenaline rush. It's like love is almost like that feeling that you get when you get something in the mail that you've been looking, for a very long time. Or, like I said, almost like love is like a feeling almost you get when you achieve a goal of some sort, or you close a deal, or you level up in some sort of goal oriented way, or you it's like euphoria. But acceptance to me runs deeper than love. I think of it in a way where, we have like, let's say we have angels. We have different levels of angels. We have archangels and seraphim angels. Now, the archangels are considered to be the most kind of highest level of in the angelic realm, and the seraphim angels are working for the archangels. Or we have 3D consciousness, we have 5D consciousness, we have the 11th dimension. So to me, like, love is more something we experience, like love as in what you think when we say the word love here, if you know what I mean. I think that is more like a 3D concept, and acceptance, a total acceptance, is the 11th dimension, like the whatever is the highest dimension. I'm sure there's more than 11 dimensions, probably infinite dimensions, but acceptance to me, I don't know if it's the highest, perhaps there's something even more higher than that, but from those two concepts, although they're kind of the same thing, but I just think that acceptance is the highest expression of love. Like there's love, and then there's acceptance, which is also love, but it's like a elevated, it's more higher level of acceptance of that. So as I was pondering, how can I feel beautiful right now when I don't feel comfortable in my body? There's days when I do, when I don't feel perhaps great about my decisions that I've been making in this year 2020. Or just like the sense how I feel, because I haven't been really sleeping because of the anxiety and the stress and the alopecia, which can be very difficult. So my hair is growing back. I know it doesn't look like, because I have like very long braids here, but I've definitely kind of been through it, and hence the hat. I just feel more secure wearing the hat, but my hair is starting to grow back. I can kind of feel that. Those of you who don't know, alopecia is a form of hair loss, and it varies in its how much it affects a person. And for me, it also like affects my eyebrows and my eyelashes, which both are growing back. They definitely aren't yet in their fullest capacity, but I claim in the name of my soul and everything that my hair will be 10 times thicker than it ever was, and my eyebrows and lashes as well. But even saying that, I feel kind of like, well, there we go again with because the truth of the truth is, yes, perhaps I shouldn't even care that much about my hair or my eyebrows, my eyelashes, or whatever changes my body is going through. But the truth is, here I go again spitting. But the truth is, it's so much more about kind of not feeling healthy. And I've always at least thought that I'm a pretty healthy person. I've looked healthy. I've been able to function. And it's kind of hard to deal with, like, especially when you're dealing with like hair loss. To me, it's kind of, because hair is like a part of your nervous system. So to me, it really like is an indicator that something is going on in your body and in your like nervous system, almost like you are detached from the source, which I definitely was when this started. Because if you think about stress and anxiety, that is the manifestation, that is the symptom of you being disconnected from yourself, disconnected from, you're not grounded, you're disconnected from the divine, from the spirit, from love and acceptance. Because anxiety for sure is kind of almost the opposite of acceptance if you think about it, and stress as well, which when we think about stress, which is so normal, obviously take this as like in a logical way. I'm just explaining the spiritual aspect of this. We all go through stress, and you're not in any way less than anything if you experience anxiety and depression. Trust me, I've dealt with like depression, like in such a way that it was debilitating for me. So and to me, depression at the same time is one of the most real experiences that a person can have. I've always thought this, like when you get to the other side, the journey of depression, if you can call it that, is the ultimate kind of self-discovery map when you work on yourself and your health and your, because you are kind of like pushed to seek God, the divine, yourself when you're depressed. Whatever led you to depression or anxiety or some sort of self-loathing, not being able to be with yourself. It's weird because I feel like I feel like more stronger in myself than ever. Like I can feel in my soul that this is leading me to like I'm gonna become like a swan, a butterfly, like a true priestess. I can just feel it. I know it in my soul. But as I'm going through it, I'm like the most uncomfortable I've ever been in every way. But at the same time, I feel this connection, this like love towards the spirit, the divine, and also grounding myself, like going back to the basics, like taking care of my body through proper nutrition and going outside and just kind of being in the moment and getting your finances in order and things of this nature. But the thing is, so I've kind of went off track there. So where does my actual value as a person comes from if I remove all those things that can be removed. I have to have self-acceptance. So it all kind of led me back to the basics, which I realized that you have to be okay with yourself, with your life, in every circumstances you are. You have to come to terms with the fact that you almost like you have to come to terms with the fact that you're like this bear, not bear the animal, but bear as in kind of naked being. You're not any more special than anyone else, less special, mediocre. You just are. And that makes you, in a way, the most special, magnificent person, because you're the purest expression of yourself when you understand that your being is divine. It's pure source energy. It's like stardust and magical components. And it has nothing to do with, this is just a task. You came here. This is like, it's a game. It's a game, but it's something, it's an experience that you came here to experience, but it's like, yes, it matters in this 3D world, like money does count for something, the way you present yourself counts for something. Your skills do count for something, but it's like although we're all one and we are connected, but your path here, your experience here is something that it's for you, and that is what makes you so truly divine and beautiful. Like you're like a pearl in the ocean, and there is other pearls in the ocean, but you are a pearl as well. Like you are a pearl. There are other pearls, but you are a pearl. You are in a different shell. None of these shells in the ocean are identical, but they're all valuable. We all have different cycles here. You're not here to just, count calories or lose weight, gain weight, get better at something constantly. Yes, those things add something to this experience of life. I'm not in any means saying that you're not supposed to pursue those things. You are exactly supposed to. I guess what I'm trying to say is try not to identify your self-worth in these like we are role playing, we're LARPing through life, basically, we really are. And in those moments when you just are alone, I know it's gonna sound like a cliche, but when you look at your kids, let's say, and you feel this sense of just completeness, or you're in the woods, or in you're looking at the ocean or the sunset, and you just feel it. You listen to music and it brings a memory. It makes you feel love. It makes you feel love or melancholy. Those are the moments that you're kind of connected to the source. Those are the moments that ultimately we live for. And it's through these 3D, more materialistic things that we are supposed to experience and enjoy. Don't feel bad as a spiritual person to enjoy, makeup and, money, nice things, beautiful home. But do not attach your value for those things. Or fitness, if you're like a fitness person, that's so cool. But don't attach your value on those, or you're an athlete or like a lawyer or something. Because all of those things can be taken away. And sometimes I think the divine removes certain things when they see that you've forgotten to connect to the highest form of love, which is accepting life, accepting yourself as you are. Acceptance, like we don't constantly need something more. So something that has happened to me more so in the how do I say it? Like in a more tangible way, is that I've learned to, so although this is the spiritual aspect, but the 3D things that I've learned to value is I now understand how important health is wealth. When you want to eat better or exercise or whatever physical form of self-care you do, please strive to do that because you want to feel healthy, you want to feel strong, not because you want to look a certain way. That can be a part of your goal, but I'm just telling you, like, please try to reframe that in a way where you strive to be healthy, you strive to be strong, you strive to perhaps find that you actually have like determination. Let's say you have like some sort of fitness goal, that you can achieve that, or you can get rid of perhaps certain addictions, whether it is that you are like calorie restricting or overeating, undereating, you have like orthorexia, you're eating like too healthy, or it becomes obsession, you whatever, you understand what I mean. And appreciate what you already have. Don't compare yourself. Someone so wisely said that comparison is the thief of joy. And it really is. Like, do not compare yourself. I'm telling you, you are a pearl in the ocean. There are other pearls, but nonetheless, you are a pearl. And we all have different shells, but we're all valuable. Every pearl is valuable. Appreciate, and this is even more for my girls who have curly hair. If you are perhaps, I know that just any race can have curly hair, but especially to my Black African ethnic people out there, please accept your curly hair. It's beautiful, it's divine, it's part of your ancestry. It's magic. And we have been just brainwashed to think otherwise. Not saying you can't straighten your hair or whatever, but just accept your hair as it is. Yeah. Acceptance is the highest, or one of the highest expressions of love. Just accept yourself as you are. Reframe a little bit how you view yourself. You are a pearl in the ocean. Yes, there are thousands, millions of pearls, but that doesn't make you less of a pearl. So that's this portion of this for now. Namaste. Oh, and I also want to say that often when you look in the mirror, you don't see how you look, you see how you feel. So just remember that. You see how you feel, how you experience yourself internally is how you see yourself outwardly. And just, quickly, I want to say that just, maybe I should do this in a part 2 because I think I'm running out of time. But remember, I will repeat this. You are a pearl in the ocean. There are millions of pearls, but that doesn't make you less of a pearl. So, namaste, oneness, and love, always. Acceptance.